Blossoming Case Study 1.
So this was a case where Sam came into my office. I love it when men call. It's happening more and more that the men are unhappy with something and making the appointment and bringing their spouse in. And this couple, oh, beautiful couple, Sam came in. He'd been feeling for a really, really long time like he was kind of alone. There was just this intimacy piece that was missing for him. And this was true in bed as well. He just felt like she just wasn't with him, and it made him really, really sad. And so he brings his wife in, and she's just this very gentle personality. And she's having panic attacks, and she's on medication. And I thought, what is happening? And she said, I just can't deal with Sam's emotions. Wow. And Sam looked at her like, we've been married for 20 years. I don't understand why all of a sudden she can't deal with my emotions. And she started to talk, and she said, I've been trying to calm him down, and I've been the peacemaker and keeping the kids calm when he comes home and he starts ranting and raving about his job. And then one of the kids had a tantrum, and he took the kids' toys and he threw them all down the basement, and I can't deal with this anymore. I'm having panic attacks, and I can't calm everybody down anymore. So she was blossoming into feeling angry. And I said, does it make you angry? And she said, no, I don't get angry. I never get angry. I'm just having these panic attacks. I just want him to be more calm. And his complaint was, she just disappears. She just, can't she just say something to me? Like, no one has ever stayed with me. Nobody can hear my emotions. I get upset because she walks out of the room. And she said, well, I'm just trying to calm myself down because you're making me have a panic attack. I'm too anxious here. And they just both came into the office totally blossoming with these feelings that they did not know what to do with. So, without troubleshooting this couple's problems and saying, listen, Sam, why don't you try to calm down a little bit, which he absolutely couldn't, because he was in total fight or flight. Not only because of what was happening at his job that was making him crazy, but also because he felt so unloved with a spouse who was now having an anxiety disorder and really disappearing, so it was making him worse. And in her case, with that much panic in her body, to ask her to stay with him instead of blossom into having some anger and setting some limits, that wouldn't have worked either. So what did they each have to resolve? Well, she had to resolve, how come she couldn't feel any anger? I mean, I'd be angry if I had this maniac loose in the house throwing all the kids' toys down the basement. So that was my wonder and curiosity. And she got interested in that too. And she said to me, when I'm out with other people, even if I'm hungry, if no one else is hungry, I won't eat. I always have to go along with what everybody else wants. I've always been a peacekeeper. Everybody loves me. I'm so easygoing. But it's hard. So she got curious about that. And she forced him to start to look at what was blowing up for him. And guess what? He didn't have an anger problem. That's not what he needed to resolve. He was heartbroken. That was what was hurting him. Why didn't his wife love him enough to deal with his feelings? Of course, all he did was push her away. So when they both got to a point where they had some wonder about their own feelings in the marriage, the blossoming had purpose. The blossoming had meaning. And they could start to look at themselves and find their own story instead of feeling so terrible that they were causing the other person pain.